Hey, Dennis.
Good evening. And
Good.
mazel tov to you and your family. It's
Thank you.
about time, huh?
What?
It's about time that he got his
Yeah,
coat of shining colors.
I tell you, what a long haul it has been, and it's still 7 more years of a long haul until he can earn the
I don't know how he's
DEI.
going to do it, but ultimately he'll come out on the other side, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Were you there
There.
personally?
No, they didn't allow that. It was only the students, and the
Okay.
students were at least 6 feet apart from each other. So Elon was down there, and my parents are here. So we
Okay.
and Aton came over and we watched it here, and then we went to Gabi's parents to have brunch. So Elon met us there, and then
Good.
then they're coming to dinner by us tonight for Shabbat dinner.
Well, very nice.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
when does he leave? Next week?
Well, they go next week to close on their house, and then the beginning of June to move furniture. So Elon will stay up there while Gabi stays down here to finish teaching.
To school.
Yeah, so they'll be 2 weeks apart.
All right.
Yeah.
So summer vacation up
Yeah.
in the
Up to
Northeast
New
for
England.
you?
That's
Yeah,
right.
up in the Northeast, summer vacation. Here we
Yeah.
come. You got a sabbatical coming to you. You might as
Yeah.
well go ahead and go up there,
That's
huh?
right. But he'll be so busy. No time.
I
No
hear he's
time.
not busy now.
He's not busy now, but he'll be busy like getting settled into this new house.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And I hear fun things planned for him tomorrow night with his friends.
yeah, that's what I hear. Yes. I think he said that Zach and Aryeh are hosting a
Yes.
bunch of their friends, so which is nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
And indoors because everyone's vaccinated, which is really very lucky.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay, cool. I'm sure he's happy with that he finally got out of medical school, huh?
Yeah, though the work was hard. The study was hard, but I think he liked it, and he made a bunch of good friends.
Good.
And Michael
Did
Bloomberg,
you ever did you ever dream that he was going to become this doctor years and years ago?
not at all, not at all.
No? Okay.
Him and Zach hanging out in preschool. Who would have thought? A physical
That's right.
therapist, physical therapist, and a doctor.
Yeah. A
Yeah.
physical therapist and a doctor of some sort of specialty.
Surgeon.
A
That's
surgeon.
going to be a surgeon of some kind. Yeah,
Surgeon, no less.
That's
That's
pretty
crazy.
impressive.
yeah. So Michael Bloomberg spoke at this graduation today, and it was
Oh,
just
very
for the
good.
medical school. It wasn't for an entire
Okay.
Howard because he gave $100 million to be divided up to 4 of the historically Black college medical schools. So 31 million to Howard University Medical School. So he got to do whatever he wanted to do at the graduation, and all these professors are kind of like bowing down to him. What a great man Michael Bloomberg is. And essentially, what his money does is forgive the student loan of all the Black students in the medical school. So,
Oh.
except for Elon.
Well, can he come? Can he apply for the Jew card?
Right, right. You know, he
The
got
minority,
in, but
the minority of the program.
yeah, it was funny. It was funny. But a lot of statistics that Bloomberg gave about how Black people will have more likelihood of going to the doctor if their doctor is Black. But
Probably.
their Blacks make up what, 20% of the population, but only 5% of the doctors in America.
Are Black.
So they really did need to do this and up the
Yeah.
ante.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let Julian sit there.
Yeah.
Francis.
Rabbi and Sharon and Dennis and Josh.
Yeah, I didn't say hi to Josh.
Josh is
'cause he
in
just
all.
has his
You
picture
can't,
on.
you can't say hello to Josh. He's not there.
Yeah, he's there,
Yeah.
but not there.
He's
It's Ghost Josh.
Is the Mormon Tabernacle Choir?
There they
We're
are.
here.
Hey.
There they are.
There they are.
We
See,
shunned them. We shunned them so they can turn their camera on.
exactly. We guilted them into turning on the camera. Yeah. Hey, Jonah.
Hi.
How did it go with moving Elisheva?
Went very smoothly. Very
Good.
smoothly. Yeah. So that was good. And then our son's graduation from medical school today. So
Mazel tov.
Mazel
Yeah,
tov.
thanks.
Mazel tov.
You must be, the spelling must be coming out of your pores.
It's nice. It's nice.
It's going to Brown, right?
But that's right.
Going to
Going
Brown.
Ivy League.
Fabulous.
Amazing.
Who'd have thunk?
Who'd have thunk?
Yeah. We're so excited for you. So
Yeah.
excited.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's Brown is my alma mater, so
Oh,
I happen to know.
wow.
I mean, it's a great medical
Yeah.
facility that they have there. So yeah.
they're excited. They bought a house in Warwick.
Oh, wow.
And so they close on this house, which is apparently 10 minutes by car to the hospital. So,
But it's pronounced Warwick.
yeah, I know. I heard. I lived there for the first 2 years of my life. So my father was kind of reminding everybody around the table today. Yeah, they say Warwick.
Warwick.
Like a speech impediment.
Right.
It's
They
not-
drop the R and just do the W's.
It's not Dionne Warwick.
Right.
Yeah, maybe that's where she's from. Do you know the way to San Jose from Warwick?
Warwick.
One of the other competing oldest synagogues is there too, the Toro Synagogue.
Newport, in Newport, yeah.
Newport, that competes with the one in Philadelphia as being the oldest. in the
There's no
country.
competition. No competition. It's among the first 6. Audrey, how are you? Jules,
Thank you.
Judy.
Hi.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Hmm.
Get your daughter all moved in, Rabbi?
Thank you. Yes, she's all set. In fact, she's the networking type. So she had reached out to both the Orthodox and the conservative synagogue. So she got a Shabbat package delivered yesterday from the conservative synagogue, and the Orthodox synagogue delivered dinner, but in like 6 parts. Somebody delivered the salad. Somebody else delivered the challah. Somebody else delivered the wine, which is really clever.
You
You know, you
did.
get to meet more people that way if you
True.
divide up the meal
Yeah,
over that way. So
And they can feed a lot of people that way, and nobody gets stuck making all the food.
right, that's right.
Make one item and that's it.
Right.
Just have to make a dozen.
I knew I was doing something wrong
Why?
because we usually do the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
You
Well, this is
live
a
in
clever
Toronto.
thing. You know, if you're welcoming somebody to the neighborhood, you know, if you have that opportunity, for the new person to meet more people in the shul, it's a clever idea.
Sure.
Where is Elisheva? I guess I missed that news.
She moved to White Plains.
Ah.
She moved in with her boyfriend
Yeah,
in White Plains.
afternoons.
Wait a minute. Weekday afternoon. Okay.
Ow, that hurt. I'm sorry I stopped.
Okay. I'm gonna let him sit with you.
What's for dinner, Stanley?
Brisket.
I can smell it all the way here in Olin.
Yes. We're going out to deliver it right after services.
Fantastic.
Make sure I'm the first stop. I'm right in the neighborhood.
Okay.
No, you can all do what you want.
No, I might, but I'm also finishing getting dinner.
Shabbat shalom, Amy.
No.
Shabbat shalom.
So you're on for the reading tonight?
Sure.
Good, good.
Good Shabbos, how are you?
Yes, I don't need this. You got it up.
If you can keep up with the pages,
I can keep.
good. You're in charge of the mouse.
Good
Julia.
Shabbos.
Hey, Julian. Hey, Julian.
Mind if you scoot closer to Stan?
Yeah, it's all right. They can see me.
You took a wrong turn.
No, I didn't.
Well, he smelled the brisket, so I said, ooh, gotta come over.
Smart guy. All
All
right.
right.
Good deal.
That's right.
Yes.
Hey, Danny.
Hello, Ship.
Hey, Stuart.
Hello, hello.
Put him to work, Stan, okay?
Hey, Bill.
Shabbat shalom.
Hey, so next Friday's service, which is with BSO Columbia,
Yes.
is that at our house, their house? What's going on?
So the rabbi and cantor are coming to our synagogue, so it'll be me and the two of them in the building, plus Ira Kohlmeister as the cameraman.
Uh-huh.
So we'll be in the building and everybody else will be on Zoom.
Oh,
We're starting a little bit early to give a little bit more time to Kabbalat Shabbat and Mariv. So 5:50 next week
All right.
So
for Mincha.
Okay, cool.
can we come to the synagogue? Or
No, not yet. We're
Close.
waiting for the opening up in June to do that. So we'll see.
I'm in the picture.
Maybe the next time we do things together with Beth Shalom, it'll be in person.
We need a ribbon for you and Perry to, the big scissors.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it'd be like a stampede, Black Friday.
Can you say that? Can we say Black Friday?
Yeah, we could say that, but I shouldn't have said stampede because of what happened on Lag BaOmer.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
Yeah.
They need a little more public safety people in
Yeah.
that Orthodox community.
Maybe for Ken's, I thought you said a stampede.
Hey, Mindy, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom, Rabbi.
Paul, do we have a meeting next week? Okay, thank you.
Yes, Religious Committee next Thursday evening.
Zoom or in person?
Zoom.
When did the Torah and all that stuff start being in person?
The 12th
Of May or June?
June.
My phone because I think Jason may be calling.
Hey, Dan.
Hi.
Shabbat Shalom. One more person coming in and then we'll get started. Maybe Paul, will you lead us in Mincha? Okay, 1 second, one more person is coming in. Sylvia Potash, okay. I'm gonna mute all. And here we go. And Shabbat Shalom, everybody. And it's good to see everyone on this rainy evening. And happy Mother's Day also early to the mothers out there. And Paul's going to lead us in the weekday Mincha service. It's on page 289 in the Leiv Shalem, or page 1 in the Shabbat Sim Shalom.
Ashrei Shavesecha Ojahalu Chosel
Ashrei Shavetecha Dilu Chased La Mishukach La Mishnei Lahau Tel Aviv Chanelu. Tilat Adonai Nerepi V'Rech Kabasar Shenkot Shali Laboy Nach V'Rech Yom Tayom Halyam.
Tehila Sananai Dabe Pivrachabo Shenko Chali Lavoed Anachim Roch Yachme Atavi Elam. Hallelujah.
We rise for Chatzi Kaddish.
Yiskadal Yiskadash Jemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabba Mavarach Le'olam U'Me'amayah.
Yisbarak v'yishtabak v'yispar v'yisma v'snasei Yisadav Yisalav Yisalav Shmei Kudusha B'richu Le'elamim Kol V'chasa V'shirasa Tushkos Menachamasa Da'ami Ron V'yalma V'yimru. Amen.
Amen. We start the Amida out loud. 291 in Leiv Shalem, 3 in Sim Shalom.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu l'Eloheinu l'Avraham l'Yitzchak l'Yaakov Ha'el Hagadol Hagbo Hara Elayon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Kanei Hakol Zocher Chastei Avos V'Mayvi Yoel V'Nei V'Neihem L'Ma'an Shemo B'Yahava Melech Hazem Mashiach Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Abraham Atah Gibor Le'Lam Adonai V'Chaim Esimat Rol L'Hoshia V'Chalkel Chaim B'Chesed Mekayem esim rachamim rabim, samek nafnim rafecholim amaterasavim, Mekayem amunasal l'shenei all 4, Michumacham balgmaros umidom melach, melach mimisa mekayeh, umatzmi yach Yeshua, V'namon atalach ayos mesim, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hamesim.
Hakadosh Shemcha B'Olam Kashem Shmak Shem Toshmei Ram Kakatu Vayadam V'Yachar Karzel Zev V'Yomah.
Kadesh Shemcha Ba'olam, Keshem Shmachti Shimoso B'Shmei Maram, Kakus V'Yad V'Yachlak Harazeh Elzeh V'Yomar.
Kadosh 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 Adonai Tzvot Melech La'aretz Kvodam Tamber
Kadosh
Chumeru.
Kadosh Kadosh Adonai Tzvos Malach La'aretz Kavod Olam Asam Baruch Yomeru.
Baruch Kavod Adonai Mimakomot V'Kashem.
Baruch Kavod Adonai Mimakomot V'Kosh Kosuv Lemor.
Baruch Adonai Le'olam Elohai Yachzion L'Dovador. Hallelujah.
Le'olam Elohai Yachzion L'Dovador. Hallelujah. L'Dovador Negigo Lecho. L'Neitzach Netzokin Kiddush Maskon Akdish. V'Shevchacha Elohim Pina Leimush Le'olam Moed Kemelach Adav Kadosh Atah. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
We continue silently 294 to 299 in Leiv Shalem, 5 to 9 in Sim Shalom. As we conclude our private prayers, we continue with Kaddish Shalem, the full Kaddish, 300 in Lev Shalem, 10 in Sim Shalom.
Yiskada, Shemay Rabba,
Amen.
on the Rabba Select Mark, Sabaka, Yam, Kona, Kara, basis Rabba, Galas, Man, Caribbean Brew, Amen.
Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabba Mavarach Le'olamo Le'olmayim.
Yisparach, Yishtabach, Yispar, Yisram, Nasev, Yisdav, Yislav, Salo, Shmedakudasha,
Grateful.
Elam, and Kavachasa, Vishirasa, Tushkasa, Nakamasa, Damiran, Bialma, Biamru, Amen.
Amen.
Kabel, Flossum, Vosam, the call basis Rakanamo, and the Vishma, Biamru, Amen.
Amen.
Shalom, Mishamai, Makayim, Alena, Kosel, Biamru, Amen.
Amen.
Shalom, Mavia, says Shalom, Alena, Bialko, Israel, Biamru, Amen.
Amen. Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adonai.
And him Abahayar Noila Melaka Haaretz, Ayamahui Hierna Echad Ushma Echad.
Mourner's Kaddish, Yit Kadal, V'Yit Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, V'Almadi Vrach, Hirutei V'Yamlich Malchutei, V'Chayechon V'Yomechon, V'Chayedechol Beit Yisrael, V'Agala V'Zman Kariv V'Imru Amen, Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olamo Me'omaya, Yitbarach V'Yishtabach, V'Yitpa'ar, V'Yitromam, V'Yitnaseh, V'Yithadar, V'Yitalev, V'Yitalal, Shemei Dekudesha B'Richu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Shalom v'roma v'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Yasher koach, Paul, thanks for leading us in Mincha. We continue with Kabbalat Shabbat, and we turn to page 10 in the Lev Shalem, or page 14 in the Sim Shalom. Yedid nefesh av harachaman meshoch avdach el retzonach. Yarutz avdach kemo ayal yishtachaveh el mul hadarach ki yerav lo yedidutach minofet tzuf vechol tam Hador na'eh ziv ha'olam nafshi cholat ahavatach ana el narefana la beharot lano am zivach az titchazek v'titrapei v'hayetalach shivchat olam v'tikyemu rachamecha v'chusna al ben ohavach. Ki zer kama nichsaf lirot betiferet uzach ana eli machmad libi chushana ve'al titalam Higalena ufros chaviv alai et sukat shelomach ta'ir eretz mikvodach Nagila v'nismecha bach Maher ahuv kiva moed v'choneni ki me'olam la 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 L'chuneranen al Adonai nari aletzur yishenu nekad mafanav betoda bizmirot nari alo nekad mafanav betoda bizmirot nari alo ki agadol Adonai melech gadol Elohim asher ki hu Eloheinu anachnu l'kuto tzom yado hayom mikol tishma'u Arba'im shana kud b'dor va'omar am to'ei levavhem vehem lo yadu derachai asher nishbati ve'api im yivavun el menuchati Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz Shiru l'Adonai baruch shemo Basru miyom leyom Yeshuato Sapru v'goyim kevodo Bechol ha'amim nifleotav Ki gadol Adonai Umehulal me'od Norahu Al kol Elohim ay ki kol Elohe ha'amim elilim va'adonai shamayim asa hod v'hadar lefanav Oz v'tiferet b'mikdasho havu l'Adonai mishpachot amim havu l'Adonai kavod v'oz havu l'Adonai kevod shemo seu mincha Uva'u lachatzrotav hishtachavu l'Adonai behadrat kodesh chilu mipanav kol haaretz imru v'goyim Adonai malach avtikon tevel bal timot yadin amim b'mei shavim yismechu hashamayim v'tagel haaretz Yiram hayam umlo yalo sadai V'chol asher bo ayayayaz yiranenu kol hatzeyar lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz yishpot tevel betzedek ve'amim be'emunato lai 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 Lie, 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 lie. Adonai malach tagel haaretz yismelchu. Oh, have Adonai sin ura shomer nafshot chasidav miyad reshaim yatzileim or zaru alat tzadik ulishrei lev simcha simchu tzadikim b'Adonai kodu lezecher kodsho Mizmor shiru l'Adonai shir chadash ki niflaot asa Hoshia lo yemino uzero akodsho hodia Adonai Yeshuato le'nei hagoyim gilat tzidkato zachar chasto ve'emunato Lebeit Israel Ra'u Cholav Seyaretz Et Yeshuat Eloheinu Hariu Ladonai Kol Haaretz Pitzchu Veranenu Vezameru Zamru Ladonai Bechinor Vekol Zimra B'chatzotzrot v'kol shofar Hariu lifnei HaMelech Adonai Yiramayamum lo Tevel v'yoshveva Naharot imcha uchaf Yachad harim yeranenu lifnei Adonai Kiva lishpot haaretz yishpot tevel betzedek ve'yamim b'meisharim la 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 Adonai malach higezu amim Yoshev kruvim tanu taretz Amitzion gedol Moshe ve'Aaron b'chorna b'shmo korei shmo korim el Adonai u'yanei b'mon yaber aleihem shemer ota b'chornatam l'amon Elohim otani tam v'zeit Elohem v'nokeim al elilotam Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lahar kodsho ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lahar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lahar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. We turn to page 21 in Lev Shalem, 20 in Sim Shalom. We rise if we can. Mizmor le David, havu l'Adonai b'nei Elim, havu l'Adonai kavod va'os, havu l'Adonai kevod shemo, hishtachavu l'Adonai behadra kodesh. Kol Adonai alamayim el hakavod hirim Adonai al mayim rabim. Kol Adonai ba'koach, Kol Adonai behadar, Kol Adonai shover arazim, vayeshaber Adonai et arzei alvanon. Vayar kidem kemo egel Levanon veSirion kemo ven re'emim. Kol Adonai chotzev lavotesh, Kol Adonai yachil midbar, yachil Adonai midbar kadesh. Kol Adonai yecholel ayalot, vayechasof yarot, uvechalo kulo omer kavod, kulo omer kavod. Adonai lamabul yashav, vayeshev Adonai melech leolam, Adonai oz le'amo yitein, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. May be seated. We continue with Lecha Dodi, 23 to 25 in Lev Shalem, 21 and 22 in Sim Shalom. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad hishmi'anu el hameyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem u'tiferet ve'litila. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki mekor ha'beracha merosh mikedem nesucha sof maaseh b'machshava tchila. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Mikdash melech ir melucha ku mitzei mitoch ha'hafecha rav lach shevet v'yei mekabacha v'hu yachamo alayichem la. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Hina'ari me'afar kumi livshi bigdei tifartecha mi al yad ben Yishai beit alach mi karva el nafshi ge'ala. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri ki ra'orech kumi uri shir daberi kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lo tevoshi velo tikami mati shtochachi umatemi bach yechasu aniyei ami venivneta iralti la lecha dodi likra kala pene shabbat nekabela v'hayulim shisa shosayich v'rachaku kol mevalayich yasisalayich Elohayich kimsos chatan al kala lecha dodi likra kala pene shabbat nekabela yaminu smol tifrotzi ve'et Adonai taritzi al yadish ben partzi venismecha ben agila lecha dodi likra kala pene shabbat nekabela boi v'shalom ateret bala gam besimcha uvetzohala toch emune am segula boi chala lecha dodi likra kala pene shabbat nekabela. May be seated. We continue on page 27 in Leif Shalem, 23 in Sim Shalom. Mizmor shir leyom haShabbat tov lehodot l'Adonai ulezamer leshimcha elyon ulezamer leshimcha elyon lehagid baboker chastecha ve'emunatcha baleilot alei asor v'alei navel alei higayon bechinor mizmor shir leyom haShabbat tov lehodot l'Adonai ulezamer leshimcha elyon ulezamer leshimcha elyon Yizvatan yadonai folecha masedecha ranei Kine v'chodonai, kine v'chayoveinu, Tzadika tamar yifrach ke'erez balvanon yiske shetulim beveit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu od yenuvun b'seiva teshenim verananim yiyu lehagid ki ashar Adonai suri velo avlata bo Adonai malach ki lavesh lavesh Adonai osu. Eidotecha nemnu meod leveitcha nava kodesh Adonai leorech yamim la 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 Mourner's Kaddish, page 30 in Leif Shalem, 24 in Sim Shalom. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah ve'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael v'agala v'zman kariv imru amen Yehei Shmei Rabba Mevorach Leolamo Me'omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudesha brichu la'ela mikol birchata v'shirata tishvachata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav v'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. So we turn to the back of our Sidurim to Pirkei Avot, and we're on chapter 2, number 5, which is on page 239 in Lev Shalem, 261 in Sim Shalom. It's the top of the page in both editions. So now we're going out of order. We had been going in a chronological order of rabbis and generations of rabbis, but now we go back to a couple of statements from Hillel. Hillel was a great sage before the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem, so 2,000 years ago. So he said this statement, a couple of factors in it. Al tifrosh min hatzibor, don't, it's translated here, do not withdraw from the community, but don't separate yourself from the community. Va'al ta'amein ba'atzmach ad yom motach, don't be sure of yourself till the day of your death, right? Don't trust yourself all the time till the day you die, right? There are other things that you have to trust. Va'al tadin et chaverach ad shetagia limekormo. Don't judge your friend until you've reached their place, right? Don't judge your fellow until you stand in their shoes, that kind of idea. Va'al tamar davar she'i afshar lishmoa, which they translate as, do not say, it is not possible to understand this. Shesofo lihishamea, because in the end, it will be understood. Va'al tamar lecheshe'epaneh eshneh. Don't say that when I have time, I will study. Shema lo tipaneh. Perhaps you'll never have time to study. So interesting things here, just different statements about important religious values that Hillel is teaching, the idea of community, that we cannot be apart from community. We have to, and Hillel teaching at a time when the Jewish community in the land of Israel, that's essentially where all the Jews in the world were. There was a very small diaspora at that time before the destruction. So to say it's kind of, to say this statement and really makes sense. Where else are Jews going to go? There is no other place. But 2,000 years later, this statement's an important statement, especially in this age of COVID, when now COVID is nearing its end and we'll be able to be back together. Zoom has been the godsend to keep us all together. And the idea of not judging other people, and the idea of needing to find time to study, to focus on religious values and study religious values, very, very important things that Rabbi Hillel had to teach us. So, unless there are questions or comments about this, let us turn back. Yes?
No, John, I'm on mute. No, I'm not. So there's a lot. There's a lot in this particular. Way more than in most other ones we read.
We'll see. It's starting to set a pattern, because the next several will have a lot of disparate statements together in a longer Mishnah. So I can't, unless if you're asking a literary style thing, I can't answer questions about the literary style of Pirkei Avot, and it's clear that this style changes from one chapter to the next. but it's also traditionally understood. It's part of the Mishnah, edited by the same Rabbi Yehuda Nasi, who edited everything else in the Mishnah too. So, but more than that, I am not an expert on the literary style of the Mishnah. So, Kaddish D'Rabbanan, the special Kaddish for those observing Yartzeit and in mourning. We find it in Lev Shalem on page 38, in Sim Shalom, page 27. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, b'agalav izman karivim ru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olamo me'ol maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitromam v'yitnasei v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudesha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Al Yisrael v'al Rabbanan v'al Tamidehon v'al kol Tamidehon v'al kol man doskin v'oraita di v'atra hadein v'di v'chol atar v'atar Yehei lahon ulachon shlomo rabba china v'chista v'rachamin v'chayin arichin u'mazona revicha ufor kanamin kadam avuhon di v'shmaya v'imru amen. Yehei shlomo rabba min shemaya v'chayim tavim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav u'brachamav yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. We all rise for Baruch Hu on the next page. Baruch Hu et Adonai hamavorach. Baruch Adonai hamavorach leolam va'ed. May be seated. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'dvaro aviv v'avim v'chacham b'tech sharim v'adonai b'zman yitim v'achad b'zmanim. Ma'avir yom u'mevi laila ma'avdil ben yom u'vein laila Adonai tzavot shemo el chai v'kayam tamidim loch aleinu le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai hamari v'aravim ahavat olam beit Yisrael amachavta Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta al kein Adonai Eloheinu v'shochveinu v'kumeinu nasiach bechukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed ki heim chayenu ve'orech yameinu uvahem nege yomam v'layla ve'avatcha al tasim mimenu li'olamim Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kulam Va'ed Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol ma'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha v'aderech ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך, והים שמעתי שמוסתיה שמך היום. נתתם את הארצכם בתויר המלכות. שמתם אדוני לבושכם. השמיים על הארץ, ומשה אמר דבר אל בני ישראל אמרת להם, זזים לכם בגדיהם. Adonai Elohechem Emet. We continue silently 43 to 44 and Leif Shalem 32 and Sim Shalom. Rakol Zod v'kayam aleinu. Umalchuto beratzon kiblu aleihem Moshe uMiriam uvnei Yisrael achanu shira b'simcha rabba v'yamru chulam mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot O sefer malchutcha ra'u vanecha bokayam lifnei Moshe zeli anu v'yamru Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed v'ne'emar kifad Adonai et Yaakov ugealo miyad chazak mimenu baruch atah Adonai gal Yisrael. I asked Amy Fetterman to read for us the English translation of Hashkivenu on page 45 in Leif Shalem or 33 in Sim Shalom. This is in memory of her mother. Her mother's yahrzeit, Helen Schlegel's yahrzeit, was the beginning of this week. So Amy, if you can unmute yourself and read the prayer for us.
Allow us, Adonai our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, our sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel, and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming from life to peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem.
Thank you, Amy, and may your mother's memory always be a source of blessing and comfort. Ushmor tzeiteinu v'oeinu l'chaim u'l'shalom me'ata v'yad olam ufros aleinu sukat shalomecha baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. Next page, we rise for V'shamru. V'shameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam Ki sheishet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim v'et haaretz uvayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah Yalma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayedecho beit Yisrael bagala bagala Uvizman kari v'imeru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevarach. Le'olam olam me'omaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudesha berichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata tamiran be'alma v'imeru. Amen. We read the Amida 47 to 52 in Alev Shalem, 35 to 38 in Sim Shalom. As we conclude our private prayers, we continue on page 53 in Lev Shalem, 47 in Sim Shalom. Vayechulu Hashemayim ba'aretz v'chol tzva'am, vayechal Elohim bayom hashvi'i melachto asher asa, vayishpot bayom hashvi'i mikol melachto asher asa, vayevarech Elohim et yom hashvi'i, vayekadesh oto ki v'oshavan mikol melachto asher bara Elohim lasot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Konei Shamayim Va'aretz Magen Avot Bidvaro Mechaye Meitim B'Mamaro Ha'el HaKadosh Ein Kamohu Hameniach Le'amo B'Yom Shabbat Kodsho Kivam Ratza Lehaniach Lahem Kivam Ratza Lehaniach Lahem Lefanav Navod B'Yirav V'Fachad V'Nodeh Lishmo B'Chol Yom Tamid Me'on HaBrachot El HaHodaot Adon HaShalom Mekadesh HaShabbat U'Mevarech Shevi U'Meiniach B'Kedusha Le'amedu Shnei Oneg Zecher L'Maaseh L'Maaseh V'Reishit Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu Ritzei v'Mnuchateinu Kadshenu b'mitzvotecha v'tein chalkeinu b'toratecha Sabeinu mituvecha v'samcheinu b'shuatecha v'taher libeinu la'avdecha be'emet V'hanchileinu Adonai Eloheinu be'avav ratzon shebakodshecha v'yanuchu v'Yisrael mekadeshei shemecha baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat yitkara v'yikadash shemei rabba b'yoma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechonu v'yamechonu b'chayei l'chol beit Yisrael b'agalav yizman kariv v'imeru amen Yehei shmei rabba mevorach Le'olam lo me'omaya yibarach v'shabach v'par v'terma v'naseh v'hadar v'taleh v'talal shmei nekudesha b'richu le'elam mikol birchata v'shirata tushberchata v'nechemata tamiran b'alma v'imeru amen tikabel tzlohon v'adhon l'cho Yisrael kadama v'hon v'shemaya v'imeru amen Yehei shlomo rabba min shemaya V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imeru, amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav v'yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imeru, amen. Stan Kinski is going to grace us with his beautiful tones for Kiddush, page 55 in Lev Shalem, 49 in Sim Shalom. Stanley, whenever you're ready, you can unmute yourself. We're waiting with bated breath. There you go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvos v'ratzavanu v'shabas kodsho v'ahava v'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maaseh bereshis ki hu yom techila l'mikrawei kodesh zecher l'tzias mitzrayim ki banu v'charta v'yosanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabas kodshecha v'ahava uvratzon v'chaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Kadesh HaShabbos.
Amen. Yasher Koach, Stanley, thank you very much for leading us in Kiddush. We turn ahead to count the Omer. In Lev Shalem, we turn to page 63. In Sim Shalom, we turn to page 55. We are about to fulfill the mitzvah of counting the Omer as it is written in the Torah. You shall count from the eve of the second day of Pesach, when an Omer of grain is to be brought as an offering 7 complete weeks. The day after the 7th week of your counting will make 50 days. Together, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav etzivanu al sfirat haomer. On to page 69, second line from the bottom in Lev Shalem, or line 41 in the Sim Shalom, which is on page 59. Hayom echad v'arba'im yom, shehem chamisha shavuot, v'shisha yamim la'omer. Tonight and tomorrow is the 41st day, making 5 weeks and 6 days to the Omer. Back to page 56 in Lev Shalem, 51 in Sim Shalom. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol late kedula leotzer breishit shelo asanu kegoyei aratzot velo samanu kemishpachot adama shelo sam chelkenu kahem vegor aleinu kechol hamonam Banachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu shehu noteh shema zeraves u'shavigosh v'nu'al al keinu kabel chan Eloheinu Ki hamalchut shelcha hi ol me'atim loch bechavod, kakatu b'toratecha, denayim loch leolam va'ed, v'nemar v'haya Adonai, lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo, Ushemo Echad. Mourners Kaddish, Yitgadal, V'Yitkadash, Shemei Rabbah, Ve'alma Divrach, Hirutei, V'Yamlich Malchutei, V'Chayechon, V'Yomechon, V'Chayei Dechol Beit Yisrael, B'Agala V'Zman Kariv, V'Imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach, Le'olamo Me'olmaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitromam v'yitnasei v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalal shemei dekudesha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tishbechata v'nechamata damiran b'yalma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav huyaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Just a couple announcements before we conclude. Thanks to Amy for reading the Hashkivenu and to Stan for chanting Kiddush for us. Tomorrow, well, first, before we get into that, I heard today that a Mazel Tov is in order to Patricia Green and Max Cancer. They became grandparents for the first time to granddaughter Avery Simone Hoffman. So she was born in the middle of the night, like 2 o'clock this morning. So Mazel Tov to Patricia and Max and their daughter Madison and son-in-law Adam. So tomorrow morning, we're at 9:30 as usual on Zoom or live stream. Naomi Ratz, daughter of Diane and Gershon Kival, will be reading Torah for us to celebrate the anniversary of her bat mitzvah. And Dennis is going to be chanting the Haftarah tomorrow. And tomorrow evening, Shabbos is over just about 10 to 9. So 8:55 will be our evening service and Havdalah. Sunday, we will have Minyan as usual at 8:45 and Talmud class and prayer book Hebrew class. And wish ahead of time a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And all the other announcements are next Friday night, we're doing combined with Beth Shalom in Columbia. So because we're not quite open yet, Rabbi Susan Grossman, Cantor Rebecca Apt will join me in the sanctuary of Sharei Tefillah, along with Ira Kohlmeister, who will be our cameraman. And we'll be broadcasting the service from there next Friday evening. Next Friday, we're just starting 10 minutes earlier, Mincha at 5:50, Kabbalat Shabbat, and the rest of the service starting at 6. We conclude with Yigdal, page 61 in Sim Shalom. 60 make that page 62 in Lev Shalem and 53 in Sim Shalom. Sorry about that. 62 Lev Shalem, 53 Sim Shalom. Yigdal Elohim Chai ve'yishtabach nimtza v'yenei tel metziuto echad v'yen yachid keyichudo ne'lam v'gam ein sof le'achduto ein lo demut haguf ve'yeino guf lo na'aroch elav kedushato kadmon lechol davar asher nivra rishon v'yein reshit le'reshito Hino Adon Olam v'chol notzar yoreh gedulato u'malchuto shefa nevuato netano el anshe segulato v'tifarto Lo kam Yisrael kemo she'od naviu ma'abit et emunato Torah menatan le'amoel al yad nevi'o neman beito Lo yachal Yifa'el ve'lo yamir dato le'olamim lezulato Tzofeh v'yodea setarenu Mabit l'sof davar bekadmato Gomel ish chesed kemifalo Noten l'rasha ra karishato Yishlach l'ketz yamin meshichenu Liftad mechake ketz yeshuato Meitim yachayel berov chasto Baruch Adei Shem Tehilato Meitim Yachayel Berov Chasto Baruch Adei Shem Tehilato. You can unmute yourselves. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
It's great to see you.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom.
We like your card, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
Nice cards there, Steve.
Rabbi, I have a
Good props.
question.
Who has a question?
I do.
Yes, Doreen.
Yes. Is there a blessing you say when you return from a trip?
It depends. If it's an overseas trip, then something that is considered to have been dangerous at one time, one would recite the Gomel blessing. Why? What kind of trip, Doreen, are you talking about?
Oh, it was a trip for work. I went to Texas.
Well, that could have been considered a
That's pretty
dangerous trip
dangerous.
because of their COVID-19.
Definitely sounds like Gomel territory.
Yeah, that would be a
Yeah.
Gomel blessing, yes. Well, I'm glad you
okay.
made it back safe and sound. Were you tested
Thank you.
when you came back?
What?
Yeah.
Were you
I was
tested?
tested twice when I was there and I'm fully vaccinated.
Right,
Oh,
okay.
you're
Well,
okay. You're safe.
there was
Okay.
something I saw. There's an athlete who was fully vaccinated and still got COVID. He tested
Really?
positive for COVID. Yeah, recently. I
It
forget.
can happen, but your symptoms are milder. It's kind of like the
Right.
flu shot.
You didn't try and vote, did you?
He didn't try to vote. I tell ya.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that political note,